One of the most common questions I get is, what is the best high quality short luxury diesel pusher motorhome? And today I found a prime example of a high quality 32-foot luxury motorhome. Today we're hanging out with Terry Smith here at Kenai Coach. How you doing today, sir?
Well, doing great as always, Andrew. Thank you.
Well, I just saw you making some U-turns with this 32-foot country coach. This is quite a unit behind you. What's the story, sir?
Okay, so the 32s starting in 2000, and we've got three of them, two 2000s and one 2002, have the independent front suspension. So they will turn sharper than the one with the straight axle. So up through 1999, all the country coaches had the straight axle. Didn't turn quite as sharp, but in a 32, how sharp do you need to turn? You know, the longer you are, the more difference that makes. But this 32 here is the 2002. It's the first year of the full body paint, and as you saw earlier, it turns on a dime, so very maneuverable.
So I've owned diesel pushers. I had a leisure travel van that I really liked, and that was 26 feet. So this is only 6 feet longer than the leisure travel van. Some of you may have seen the vlog where I drove my leisure travel van through a Wendy's drive-through. Now, I don't know if I'd recommend that in this coach, but definitely it opens a lot of doors at different places you can go to when you're in a 32-foot coach versus a 45-foot coach. So Terry, this coach right here is actually really drawing my attention. You think I could take it for a test drive?
You sure can. Now, a lot of companies made 32s, but not with the size of wheels, brakes, chassis, axles that these 32 country coaches have. So this is the same as a 40-foot country coach. You chop 8 feet out of the middle of it, squish it together, and of course you won't have all the storage, but it's way overbuilt. It's like a brick outhouse.
Yeah, so this is on the Dynamax chassis with semi-monocoque construction.
Correct.
And how many slide rooms does this coach have?
This one has two. The two 2000s we have over across the street have one slide behind the driver.
Well, let's take it for a spin here. I'm excited about this coach. And we did do another video touring all of the different shorter luxury inventory that they have here at Kenai Coach, an Oregon Motor Coach Center. This is what the coach looks like with the slide rooms in, but I will leave a link to that video where Terry shows us the whole tour, and this is such a nice coach. But let's take it for a spin. Terry, you mind being my cameraman?
Oh,
all right.
I get to be Andrew Steele here with the
all right.
YouTube. All right, let me close the door.
Little CB radio. There's the HWH leveling system, hydraulic slide room controls, little outlets down here.
So this one has two opposing slides. So they came with no slides, one slide behind the driver, or opposing slides in the living room. I've never seen one with a slide in the bedroom on a 32-footer.
So we've got the tilt steering wheel here. This is, you know, it's such a different feeling just not having that extra, you know, 10 or 12 feet. Most of the coaches I drive are 45 feet. And so this is a good test of the flex right out of the gate. We're kind of going at a twist to go out, so I like to hear any squeaks and rattles.
I think I have a door I didn't secure back there.
Okay,
so
all good.
You didn't hit something, that was the door.
Okay, good. All right, now it is a residential area, so I don't want to hammer down on it too hard, but it's a very nimble footprint. And how many miles? Oh, this coach only has under 80,000 miles, not even 80,000 miles on it yet, so still low. Now when I turn on the turn signal, that beeping noise does come on.
And you can whip around here real easy.
Oh, I guess I could have made a U-turn there. My natural, yeah, I guess, yeah, we'll try to make a U-turn somewhere up here. Should we try right here? Do you think I could do it?
Yeah. You got a rig close here and a rig close there, but this will turn around in the street if you get right all the way over to the curb.
I mean, I don't know if this is possible to turn around Class A motorhome. No. Am I gonna make it?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Wow.
But see, if you would have turned it all the way before you started moving, you would have had a lot of extra room.
Okay.
So you were turning the steering wheel as you were turning the coach.
Okay.
And that takes more room.
Okay.
So right here you can turn around here again.
So I should just turn it all the way right out of the gate? Or
yeah,
wait till like right here?
Pull ahead a little bit.
And then...
Okay, now stop. Turn the wheel all the way.
I see what you mean.
Okay, now go. Yep, you got lots of room over here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you're okay.
This is unreal, guys. I mean, to be in a Class A motorhome, making U-turns in the middle of a residential street, unlike anything. Now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to hammer down a little bit. I think that's the highway out there. It is a 25-mile-an-hour limit, but this just gets up and goes. I mean, this is it's a lot of pep in this coach. Do you know what the gross vehicle weight is of this coach?
We'll go film that. It's listed inside the bathroom cabinet on all the country coaches.
Yes, sir.
What they weigh empty, how much carrying capacity they have. And the thing is, this would be the same engine in a 40-footer, but it's a 32-footer, so much, much lighter.
How much dough do you need for this coach?
This coach is $119,000.
This is just in a tight area, unbelievable. All right, I'm gonna hammer down here. So for under $120,000, when you think of just the equipment alone, with the Dynamax chassis, with the semi-monocoque construction, the Cummins 350, Allison 3000 transmission, all packed into this 32-foot footprint, where you can get a lot more places in this than you can with other diesel pushers out there.
Okay, so Andrew, one thing about the 32s is they're the most sought after of all the country coaches that we sell, because you can get into the state parks, the county parks, the federal parks, places you can't get the other higher end diesel pusher motorhomes. And a lot of people that like to get into those kind of parks, they're finding that they're being turned away with the longer coaches. They want a high-end coach, but most all of them out there are too long to get in those types of parks.
I definitely see the value. I've owned, 42, 45-foot coaches. I own that 26-foot leisure travel van, and I've always said if you could somehow kind of marry the two in the middle, it would be the perfect coach. I think this is it, and I'm really surprised that they don't make more high-end coaches new with this footprint. You can get into like a Newmar New Air, but I mean, those are like $600,000 new, and in a 36-foot coach, I don't know if they have one in the 32. Tiffin makes some coaches in a 32, but not nearly the level of quality as a country coach. Now, this coach is $120,000, and Kenai recently merged with Oregon Motor Coach Center. Now, what's the PDI process that these coaches go through? I know it has 2020 date codes on the tires, but what all do you guys do to these coaches before you sell them? And you can go into selfie mode. People like seeing you there.
Okay, so when these coaches come in, they go over to Oregon Motor Coach Center that now owns Kenai Coach, and they go through a complete PDI, inside, outside, underneath. They put it up on the rack, check for leaky wheel seals, check the brakes, check for rust, check everything underneath, and then they also go through the complete interior. And everything with the people that consign with us, it's their responsibility that everything in the coach when we sell it is working properly. So if we find anything that's not working properly, then it gets taken care of before the customer takes delivery of the motorhome.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of value to that. And those of you that know, Oregon Motor Coach Center has a lot of the former country coach employees, so there's just a wealth of knowledge and people that can work on these coaches. So there's a lot of value to this coach going through Oregon Motor Coach Center.
Yeah, OMC has original country coach parts guy. He knows where all the parts come from. They've got all the intellectual property from Country Coach. They acquired that. They acquired the Country Coach name. The owners of Oregon Motor Coach Center were employees at Country Coach when they were building these coaches. In fact, Matt Carr and his wife Elena that owned the company, Matt was the head of the cabinetry department. Anything wood in the coach was his department. All the Corian, all the cabinetry. And so they have a wealth of Country Coach experience, but they also have some people that came from Monaco that were high up in the Monaco manufacturing process. So it's not just Country Coach. So we do, the Monaco includes Holiday, Rambler, and Beaver, all made under the Monaco name, and they also do service on any of the diesel pusher motorhomes there, no matter who the manufacturer was.
Yeah, and Oregon Motor Coach Center was originally owned by Bob Lee, who was the founder of Country Coach. So really, just the roots and the history here in Lane County, Oregon is incredible. So I'm honored to be hanging out with you, Terry, and the team at Oregon Motor Coach Center. Greatly appreciate you guys. Now, if someone's a serious buyer and they want to become the next owner of this coach, who should they get a hold of? If I don't buy it first, who should they get a hold of?
Yeah, they should call Mike Bassett or call Oregon Motor Coach Center. I'm going to be taking some time off and on, so I'm not always going to be here. And so rather than call me, call them.
Yeah, and I'll leave all their information in the description below. So Terry, greatly appreciate you taking the time to share this beautiful coach with myself and the folks on YouTube today. I also greatly appreciate all of you out there on YouTube subscribing to the channel and liking these videos. I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Thanks, everybody.